In this video, I'm going to teach you how to quiet your mind. We live in a world where we're constantly bombarded with pings and dings and notifications pulling our attention from the most important thing right here, right now. I want to compare your attention to an energetic little puppy. Now imagine taking this puppy that is untrained to an open field. You take the puppy off the leash, and where is that puppy going? All over the place. You yell for it, you tell it to sit, you try to bribe it, but it's not listening to you, not because it's a bad dog, but because it's untrained. Now let's say you train the dog and you take that same dog, but now trained on the same leash to the same field, and you take the leash off. What's the dog gonna do? It's going to obey you and listen to every command that you give it. Why? Because it's trained. Your mind is like this puppy. An untrained mind won't listen to your commands to relax, to focus, to be positive. But a trained mind will listen very closely and will understand the commands when you tell it to relax, when you tell it to focus, when you tell it to be here and now. Before we look at the tool on how to quiet your mind, let's take a look at the science of it. And I love how Dr. Amishi Jha describes it. She's a neuroscientist out of University of Miami who works with very high performers and teaching them on how to quiet the mind. She describes the three systems of the mind, or the brain rather, in three parts. The first subsystem we're going to talk about is comparable to a flashlight. Now imagine being in a room, a dark room rather, with a flashlight, and wherever you flash the light, that's what you're going to see. It's not going to encompass the totality of the room like a lamp or like a light fixture, but a flashlight is very narrow, is very focused. This represents your orienting system, your ability to focus on one thing at a time. You can't possibly focus on everything happening right now, but you can direct your mind with the orienting system to focus on the things that you want, just like a flashlight. The second object I want you to imagine is the flashing yellow light on the street. It's not a red, it's not a green, but it's a flashing yellow light, and what this represents is to be on alert, to watch out. Not panic, don't be scared, but this subsystem represents your alerting system to help you realize that you need to be aware. There are things to pay attention to, there's things to look out for. And by activating this, you're aware of when your focus is off. You're aware of when your focus is on. You're aware of what you need to pay attention to and what you don't. The third subset is the juggler. Imagine someone juggling. That is the executive system, the system that oversees everything, making sure that everything is under control, that your focus is where it needs to be, when it needs to be, deciding on what you can ignore and what you need to lock in on. Now what I want to introduce you to is a tool to help you activate all three of those things. Your mind is like a muscle. And the more that you work it out, the more that you train your focus, the better you're going to be at executing it and putting your mind where you want, when you want. So let me introduce you to a simple, elementary mindfulness session 101. It's as simple as sitting with dignity in your chair and imagine a hand pulling your head to the ceiling. You can have your eyes open or you can have your eyes closed. And what you're going to do is you're going to take one deep breath, and on the exhale, you're going to settle in to that chair. Now what I want you to do is gently bring your awareness and select a part of your body that you want to focus on that represents the sensation of breathing. It might be the coolness of the air going in your nostrils. It might be the rise and fall of your belly or of your chest. But just pick one part of your body that symbolizes breathing. I just want you to focus on it. Now, what you're also going to notice is that your mind is going to run away with you sometimes. It's going to go to the past. It's going to go to the future. You're going to be thinking, why am I doing this? That's okay. Gently notice that and bring it right back to that anchor, that point that you're focusing on that represents your breathing. Now, what you're going to notice is sometimes this is going to be easy and sometimes this is going to be very difficult. Take one more deep breath. And slowly exhale. Okay, this was not a relaxation technique. This was not I wasn't expecting you to experience enlightenment or flow state. We only did it for about 30 seconds. But what you just did is you did mindfulness-based attention training. You took a few seconds to put your mind where you want, when you want, to notice a single part of your body. You noticed when you lost your attention and you gently brought it back. And then you lost it and you brought it back. So what you were doing is you're doing a mental workout with your focus. You were learning to recognize it, notice when it leaves, and bring it right back. That's the exact same tool that you need in the office. That's what you need in school. That's what you need on the practice field. That's what you need in home. That's what you need on the street when someone cuts you off. And so as you practice this mindfulness-based attention training every single day, 5 to 10 minutes, you're gonna see the benefits. You're gonna be able to focus more. You're gonna have a little mood boost. You're gonna be more positive. You're gonna open up the learning centers of your brain, and ultimately, it can help you lead to being more happy. So I hope you enjoyed this video and you learned a little bit about attention and how to quiet your mind to put it where you want, when you want. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please click the like and subscribe button. And if you want to know when the next video comes out, hit the bell and we'll let you know.